Hello, welcome back. We are in our read through of the 1800s King James Pictorial Bible. We are in the book of Ruth, chapter 3. If you have one, please grab your own Bible and read along with me. If not, that's okay too. We are continuing the story of this beautiful Moabite woman who has moved with her mother-in-law from Moab to Israel after a famine, after she's lost her husband, her father-in-law is dead. All she has is her mother-in-law, and she has chosen to cleave to her mother-in-law, even though she doesn't have to, even though they're different backgrounds, they're different nationalities. She has chosen to stay by her mother-in-law's side and return with her to Israel. And now they are in the midst of poverty because they have no protection. And she has been gleaning in the field of Boaz, who is a kinsman to her mother-in-law, and he has been very kind to her in our previous chapter. So let's figure out what's going to happen next. Chapter 3 of Ruth. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? And now is not Boaz of our kindred, with whose maidens thou wast? Behold, he winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy raiment upon thee, and get thee down to the floor. But make not thyself known unto the man, until he shall have done eating and drinking. And it shall be, when he lieth down, that thou shalt mark the place where he shall lie, and thou shalt go in and uncover his feet, and lay thee down, and he will tell thee what thou shalt do. And she said unto her, All that thou sayest unto me, I will do. And she went down unto the floor, and did according to all that her mother-in-law bade her. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of corn. And she came softly, and uncovered his feet, and laid her down. And it came to pass at midnight, that the man was afraid, and turned himself, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. And he said, Who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirt over mine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman. And he said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my daughter, for thou hast shewed me more kindness in the latter end than at the beginning, inasmuch as thou followest not young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, fear not. I will do to thee all that thou requirest, for all the city of my people doth know that thou art a virtuous woman. And now it is true that I am thy near kinsman, howbeit there is a kinsman nearer than I. Tarry this night, and it shall be in the morning that if he will perform unto thee the part of a kinsman, well, let him do the kinsman's part. But if he will not do the part of a kinsman to thee, then I will do the part of a kinsman to thee, as the Lord liveth. Lie down until the morning. And she lay at his feet until morning, and she rose up before one could know another. And he said, Let it not be known that a woman came unto the floor. Also he said, Bring the veil that thou hast upon thee, and hold it. And when she held it, he measured 6 measures of barley, and laid it on her, and she went into the city. And when she came to her mother-in-law, she said, Who art thou, my daughter? And she told her all that the man had done to her. And she said, These 6 measures of barley gave he me. For he said to me, Go not empty unto thy mother-in-law. Then she said, Sit still, my daughter, until thou know how the matter will fall, for the man will not be in rest until he have finished the thing this day. Okay, there's a lot of cultural things to explain here. This may seem like a very bizarre story to our modern ears. So, he's a man who has a lot of crops, and he's at the threshing floor. That's part of the procedure. After you harvest the stuff, you gotta thresh it. He's there doing his work. Mother-in-law says, wait until he has gotten real good and tired, and he lays down at the threshing floor because that's standard practice. And for the person who's threshing, they would just, finish their work and then lay down there with their stuff. And then sneak in, uncover his feet, and lay down, in front of him. And basically ask him to redeem you, to marry you. And this is not the norm. That's not typically how it went. As far as proposals went, this was very unusual and a little uncouth for a woman to kind of be alone with a man like that and do all that. The uncovering the feet thing, I'm not 1,000% sure on that. I think mainly that was just to kind of make him colder and give him a reason to like wake up in the night and notice her. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's what that is. And so he wakes up and sees her, and he again is favorable towards her. And you notice he commends her for coming to him rather than seeking after younger men. So this tells us Boaz is not a spring chicken. He is an older man, much older than Ruth, and she really could be chasing after some other form of security. But she has come to this man because she is obedient to her mother-in-law, and he is the kinsman redeemer, at least to their knowledge at this point. But he says, actually, there is a kinsman who is technically closer to your family that has the first right to marriage of you. Because as we read in the law earlier, there are stipulations within the law about how men are supposed to step in and provide for a widow, and how in a family the next of kin is supposed to step in and keep the family line going. So he's saying, yeah, I know I'm a cousin or whatever, but there's a cousin who's a little closer. So I have to give him the chance to marry you first. But if he says no thanks, if he gives it a pass, then I will redeem you. And even though you did this in a weird way, and it's a little, uncouth, and we definitely don't want to get caught, you being here alone with me, before you leave early in the morning so people don't see, I'm going to give you a ton of food to take to your mother-in-law. He is just showing them so much grace, so much kindness, and she is showing so much humility and so much courage to put herself in this compromised position, because technically he could have woken up and been like, she's a harlot. She's trying to, seduce me in the middle of the night, and could have had her, punished for that. But he knows that she has strong character. He knows that she is not there trying to seduce him. He knows that she is doing what her mother-in-law has prescribed for her, and he honors her for that. So I won't spoil how the story ends, but we do only have one more chapter of Ruth, Lord willing. We will be back tomorrow to read that and finish that story. And then we'll be starting Samuel 1, which also has a beautiful story of a woman that is heartbreaking and absolutely gorgeous to kick off Samuel's life story. But we'll get to that. In the meantime, I pray that the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and give you peace. God bless.